Hello everyone, and today I've got a Piko Taurus locomotive. At least I think that's what it's called. Yep. So this is an Austrian locomotive. I bought it because of the fact that it was so inexpensive. It was actually only $60, which is, as you know, if you know anything about model trains, that's pretty reasonable. The average model train will cost about $100. So I just had to get my hands on it and see what it was all about. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Alright, so first of all, the first thing that we can see is the locomotive looks pretty good inside the box. The packaging as well is also pretty nice, considering you know, model train packaging is usually not that great. I don't know, like they don't put that much effort into it, but this actually has like a very nice, like, good finish, I don't know, or whatever, what you call it on it. But it's like packaging design, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a wheel, like a train wheel, like, and like blueprints of a train all over that. So yeah, let's get this open. Alright, so first of all, we got this little thing to slide it on out. It's in a block of ice. We got some little papers here, little ads for the trains, and then the showing all the individual parts and stuff and how to take the body of the train off, and then the motor. So that's pretty good. And we got what's this? We got another. Oh, just showing off more products. All right. Well, let's get inside this. All right. So at first glance, it's actually really nice looking, especially for the $60 that I paid for it. Yeah. Oh, it's actually pretty nice. First glance, the windows are one thing I've noticed. They're pretty dark. I don't know if you can even see anything inside of it. Actually, oh, you can see a tiny little person in there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, little, but not in the front. You really can't see anything from that front window. Molded windshield wipers. Not a fan of that. There's a big gap right here. But overall, honestly, it actually looks pretty good. Like, especially for the $60, because I came in with low expectations for this, considering it's, you know, $60. But this is super nice, actually. All these little details on the side, little specifications or whatever. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Oh, I did not expect that. Then we got some little details right here as well, and then also the OBB logo, which is the Austrian Railways. But we got these couplers that swing side to side, standard European couplers, no big deal. Then we got these buffers, which are plastic, not sprung, no surprise there. Pantograph, let's try to get this up. Oh, it's a little bit hard to get off. Alright, there we go. Alright, I mean, it's pretty good. It's kind of standard. I mean, there's not really that much you could mess up with the pantograph, but it's got pretty good, like, spring and everything. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. The roof is definitely the weakest aspect of this model. It's got this like wire thing, plastic, connecting the two pantographs there. It's got these little like I forgot what these things are called, the little brown things that connect, well, that separate the metal from the metal with the electricity. And then we got this like just flat area with nothing on it except for these little bumps and little grills. I'm not a fan of the roof at all, except for maybe this spot right here. I like that. That's pretty good detail. But then again, what can you expect from something that's only $60? I'd say it's pretty good, but I haven't looked at how it runs yet, so we'll look at that. In fact, I haven't even looked at the undercarriage of it yet, or under it or whatever. Got this weird little sticker thing there. It's like this weird plastic. It's kind of a cheap plastic, like as you can kind of see right there. I don't know. It's not the best plastic. It's not the worst though, but it could. I mean, it could be better. But then that's probably what they did to sacrifice, you know, for price. get a cheaper plastic. You can also see the wheels have this little decal kind of thing on it. It's kind of weird. I honestly would prefer it without it. But yeah, so it's got like this little thing. But yeah, so that's basically everything that we can look at from this model. But let's look at how it runs. Okay, so we got it on a track, and let's see how it runs. It runs pretty good, actually. Let's try to get it crawling. It doesn't really... it's not really a fan of that, actually. Kind of, as you get to the lower speed, it kind of just fizzles out, you know. And I don't know how inexpensive the motor is. It's probably pretty cheap, and honestly, it's a feature that isn't used that often, but is something that people really feel like is the gold standard for testing the train. So I feel like, yeah, I probably should be able to test that. But should be able to pass that to be considered decent. For the price, $60, honestly, like, I feel like I would buy another one of these, because it's honestly, it's actually a very good model. Like, I really like it a lot. For what you get, it's very good. So in the end, honestly, I think it's pretty good. Like, I actually really like it. I feel like if I was buying a, you know, let's say like an American model train for $60, you get a really crappy one, like a one for a kid. But this, I would put this on a layout. Like, this is actually, it's passable for that. So like, I think honestly it's pretty good. I would probably give it honestly 8 out of 10. I'm gonna take away, like, the reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because I don't like the window. I think it's pretty bad. Like, even with the budget, they could have done a little bit better, like making it more see-through. That doesn't cost any extra money, and the fact that there's a little guy inside makes it nice, but you can't even really see it because the windows, you know, it's too dark. So I feel like they could have definitely made it better with that. Price, it really can't be beat. Like, for the price, it should have been really bad, but it's actually pretty good. Like, honestly, if you want to get one that's like a very good quality, you're gonna be, like, if you want to be wanting to buy a Piko one that's good, it's gonna be like another $40, and it's gonna bring you up to $100, which it honestly is not that really, for what I've seen, is not really worth paying the extra $40 for that. Like, I think honestly this is pretty good. The Roco one is even more expensive. That's about like 150 to 170 depending on where you're getting it from. And those look really nice, but honestly they're not that much different from it. The one main thing that's really different is the window on the front. It's actually see-through, and it's got separately fitted windshield wipers, which is probably what convinced me to buy it the most. But honestly, yeah, not that much different. They did also do one version with 2 pantographs on each side, so a total of 4, which does look a little bit nicer than the other one. But either way, I don't really feel like any of those have quite the value that the Piko one does. It's just such a good value for the train. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Looking forward to making some in the future, and thanks for watching.